Okay, we'll roll right into our post-race for tonight's Bank of America 500 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And our race runner-up is Kyle Busch. He drives the number 18 M&M's Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. Kyle, your thoughts about tonight's performance?
It was a really great race for us. You know, the car was phenomenal all night. You know, one of our best cars we've ever had. And being able to drive through people, you know, get up back towards the front and stuff at a difficult racetrack to pass that and everything. And, you know, this was a great run. I mean, a surprising run. The runs that we're supposed to have, the runs we're supposed to make happen. And, you know, it was a great feeling there all up until about 20 to go when, you know, we got a caution and then got beat on the caution and in the ensuing laps until the end. So just very, very frustrating. I mean, I can't say enough about all my guys and everybody that works and does as hard as they work and do such a great job that they do. It's just very, very frustrating. And, you know, I apologize to everybody at Joe Gibbs Racing for just not being able to bring it home tonight. Apparently, just didn't have the right adjustment in the car there at the end. Just perfect example, 2 nights in a row. And, you know, didn't quite find what it took here from last night into tonight.
Thank you, Kyle. Questions now. We'll take one from Jenna, and then we'll go over here to Ron. Go ahead, Jenna.
Jenna Fryer, Associated Press. Kyle, what are you more frustrated with, the caution or the restart?
Both. Just, I mean, I don't know what the caution was for, but, you know, apparently there was a mouse that ran across the racetrack or something. And then, you know, the restart, just trying to get going there. Jamie got a good restart, and I don't know if he got pushed from Jimmy or not, but he had a good run, good head of a momentum, getting into turn 1. And then I got there, and my car pushed up the racetrack, and I got back to the gas, and it was too late. He was already gone. So nothing I could do. Couldn't stay to his outside even.
Go ahead, Ron. No question there from Ron. Other questions for Kyle? Go ahead, Jenna.
Jenna again, Kyle. What was going on with your throttle early in the race?
It was sticking for some reason. I'm not sure why. We have a cable drive system that I haven't liked since I came to Joe Gibbs Racing. And, you know, so I don't know what happened in the mechanism, but something apparently got wedged in there for a while, and I was able to work it free. It came back to normal. So it took it about, I don't know, 50 laps or so, but got it back normal.
We'll go to the press box. Any questions for Kyle Busch in the press box? Clear for Kyle. Kyle, we'll release you. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Thanks.
Okay, our third place finisher and continues to maintain his points lead in the 2010 chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup with a 41-point lead right now over Denny Hamlin is Jimmie Johnson. Jimmy, talk about your run out there this evening and how you thought things unfolded for the 48 team.
The finish was great, but, man, the first half of the race was a disaster for us. We felt like we were going to be loose, but we really thought we'd have the car close enough to maintain and kind of run the top 10, top 15. And we probably did have that. There was a stop early where everybody took 2 and we took 4 and went back out, you know, late 20s or something. And at that point, I was lined up behind Bobby Labonte, and his car was real slow, and he was backing up, and probably 5 or 6 cars got by. And as soon as I had a clear opening to go to the outside to try to get around him, I did that on the entry into turn 1. And when I did that, the car started to step out and turned around on me off of turn 2. And at that point, and I'd been there before, I hit that inside wall in the spring. Tried a few things with the steering wheel and pushing the clutch in and on and off the brake, and got the momentum to kind of change and swing back away from the inside wall, and didn't hit it, fortunately. And then from there, we got some tires on it after a couple stops and got rolling again. And we made some adjustments there to tighten the car up, which let me kind of get comfortable again. And then right after that, luckily, we had some long green flag runs where the condition we had with the loose car, over a 40, 50 lap run, my car would come in and be really strong. And those long green flag runs in the middle helped us get a lot of track position back, a couple good stops. And then I think the track cooled down enough and came to us, probably the 3/4 mark. And at that point, it was on, and we were just racing away.
Thank you, Jimmy. Take questions. We'll start with George and then come to Holly. Go ahead, George.
Jimmy, George Diaz, Orlando Sentinel. Given the issues that you had early on, are you more happy with the run or still a little bit more frustrated given the circumstances.
I'm so relieved. I'm glad to be sitting in here in third spot and still leading the points. It's amazing what goes through your mind when you're sideways sliding on the back straightaway. I mean, I saw all my hard work for the year and all the dreams of being a 5-time champion just go away. And fortunately, I got the car turned away from the inside wall, and at that point, it kind of scared me straight. And I'm like, okay, just stay smooth. We can salvage a decent finish out of today. Maybe we won't win. Maybe we won't be in the top 5, but I know we can get a good finish out of this if we keep our composure, and we did.
Okay, we'll go Holly, Jim, and then Dustin. Go ahead.
Jimmy, kind of along those same lines, I imagine your competitors are sitting here going, what is it going to take? I mean, at one point you were 37th. You had 2 or 3 different things happen tonight. I mean, do you kind of look back at this and think, this is the magic, this is the intangible? What is it that you are able to overcome all of these things?
Tonight is a night that reminds me of the last 4 years and what made this team champions. I hope that tonight's performance leads us to a championship. There's obviously a lot of racing left and no telling what's going to happen. But when we look back, I hope we're the champions, and I hope we look back and say that Charlotte was a key point for us in the championship battle. And we've kept our composure. I think in the summer months, with the issue we had with the car at the start of the race and the spin, frustration would have got the best of us, and we would have taken ourselves out of contention for a good run. And tonight, the team stayed in it. Chad stayed in it. I did. Earl kept us calm. The pit stops were there. I mean, everything worked right. Everybody stayed focused, and I hope we look back on it and say it was a big night.
Let's go Jim Utter and then to Dustin.
Jim Utter, Show Observer. Jimmy, this kind of touches along the lines of what Holly was saying, but it seems like you have experiences like this, not just this season or not this chase, but do you ever feel, no matter what happens on the track, that something can't be done to fix it?
What's that? No.
Do you ever feel no matter what something bad happens on the track, that you guys can't find some way to fix it or at least make it better?
In years past, there has been segments of a season where, I've had that confidence. Coming into the chase, I didn't have that set of confidence. I didn't think that we were in that position, and maybe that's what everyone was kind of noticing and thought we were vulnerable because of that. I know we're capable of it, and I think tonight we proved to ourselves more than anything that we can come back and fight through issues and still get a good finish. So I think tonight helps our team build confidence, and we'll hopefully have this fight in us through the rest of the season.
Dustin
Long, Landmark Newspapers. Jimmy, 41 points back is Denny Hamlin. Obviously, last year a mistake and some engine failures took him out of the chase. What do you see different out of him a year later? That maybe it may have to be a dogfight the next few weeks with him. What's different with him, and how does that challenge you now?
Man, I guess he had a good run at California to really look at where we are so far. I mean, last year's chase, he had a lot of great performances, and as you pointed out, a few issues that took him out of the running. And this year, he's doing what he did last year and doing a great job. He and that team are. I was hopeful to kind of get away and not see a black car with that colorful hood on it, and I kept looking in the mirror, and there he was. So he did a great job tonight hanging on. Yeah, definitely.
Go to the press box. Questions for Jimmy. Go ahead.
Reed Spencer with Sporting News. Jimmy, given the fact that you and Denny have separated yourselves a little bit from the guys behind you, are you relishing the prospect of going to Martinsville, a place that you and he have dominated over the last 4 years, and maybe going head-to-head with him there?
Yeah, I mean, Martinsville is such a fun racetrack. I really think kind of the way it looks right now, I mean, he's good at Martinsville. We are. Talladega's a crapshoot. Texas, I think he finished first there, and I was second this spring. Go to Phoenix. It's a great track for both of us. Go to Homestead. I think he won there last year. We ran really strong all night long, and then came home in top 5 or something, if I remember right. So I think both teams are going to have speed. I think it's going to boil down to mistakes at this point. Those guys are doing a great job, solid on pit road, solid equipment, on and on. So I think it's going to boil down to mistakes.
Stay in the press box. Any other questions for Jimmy?
Kerry, we're clear from the press box.
Anybody else downstairs? Jenna has one. Andrea?
No, we can't do your question.
Sorry. This is kind of, you're going to tell me, how can I predict? But you and Denny have won the last 8 races at Martinsville. Is anyone else going to be in contention next week besides the two of you? Is this going to be sort of the battle of the 2 championship contenders?
And we ran 10th all day in the spring race. I can't even remember who was up there fighting for it. Burton? Yeah, the RCR cars are usually pretty quick there, and Kevin's come along pretty well at that track. He's fast and everything else, and the Cup stuff has been a little bit hit and miss for him. And so I'd expect the RCR cars. I can remember Clint being real strong. But again, we ran so for our standards there, we ran so bad there in the spring that I didn't get a good look up front. I know that Mark ran really well. I know he's excited to go back. Yeah, we were trying some stuff for the first time there, and we're not going back with the same style car. We went to Little Rock earlier this week and made some laps, and feel like we've got a good place to start and go back with what we know and race from there. Because it's what the 5 had when we were there in the spring, and they did a great job with it.
Okay, Jimmy. All right, we got another question here. Mike, go ahead.
Mike Neff, frontstretch.com. Jimmy, early in the chase, you've had a couple situations on pit lane where your pit crews cost you a little bit. Tonight, it seemed like they were really busting off good stops one after the other. Do you think that has really given them a boost going forward? And did you guys make any changes before you got into tonight?
Yeah, not running as good as we needed to during the summer months. I think that the pressure we feel when we pull on a pit road, that's the part where I think we got hurt the most from having a slow summer, is not having those guys against the fastest crew guys every stop. They did a great job through the summer months, but when you're running 15th or 20th or whatever we're doing, flopping around in the middle of the pack, it's easy to look good on pit road at that point. And when you get up front and you're against these Gibbs guys and even the 24's got a really fast pit crew. And our guys are really fast, but they just haven't been pushed. And it's one thing to operate at 8 tenths and be nice and smooth, but when you're at 10 tenths every stop, there's a certain rhythm to that. And I feel bad that we weren't better in the summer to put those guys in that pressure situation so they came into the chase ready. And tonight, we had a couple little hiccups here and there, but as a whole, they did a very good job. And at the end of the race, when it counted, they reeled off some really good stops.
Jimmy, thanks a lot. We'll see you at Martinsville.